you're trying to build a board study schedule and it already feels overwhelming, you're in the right place. This is part of a board strategy series focused on how boards actually test thinking, not just memorization, so studying can feel clearer and less overwhelming. Most board study schedules don't fail because students lack discipline. They fail because the plan doesn't fit the timeline. This is usually where students think, I just need a better schedule, or if I could find the right template, this would totally work. But the science of learning tells us something important. A good study schedule is not about doing everything, it's about matching strategy to time. Before we talk about specifics, there's one principle to anchor on. Boards reward consistent exposure, not intensity. Spacing matters much more than cramming. Repetition is better than heroics. The most effective schedules are going to start from your exam date and work backward. So let's walk through what that will look like at different points. If you have 6 months, this is a foundation building phase. Your goals here are early and regular exposure, diving into your question bank earlier than feels comfortable, keeping a daily volume that is low enough to sustain. A strong 6-month structure is going to look like question bank sessions several days per week, studying in clinical buckets rather than rigid topic blocks, one lighter or a rest day that's built into each week. This is the phase where students are going to start worrying that they're not doing enough, but this is exactly how durable understanding is built. You're laying patterns, you're not racing for checklists. If you have 4 months, this is a retrieval and refinement phase. At this point, your question bank should start driving the schedule. A practical 4-month structure might look like this. Questions on most days. Weak systems are identified early through missed patterns. Regular synthesis using one-pagers or that single note system. And this is often where comparison is going to start to creep in, so beware. Students think everyone else seems further along than me. This phase is not about coverage, it's about sharpening recognition and reasoning. If you have 3 months, this is a pattern recognition phase. Your schedule should now prioritize questions almost daily. Use rapid review tools only. Avoid adding new major resources to your stack. That is a tempting one, and you have to avoid that. At 3 months, the goal is not perfection, it's fluency, because you're training your brain to see familiar presentations and make decisions efficiently. If you have 1 month, this is test readiness mode. A realistic 1-month structure includes mostly questions, focusing on repeated gaps and missed patterns, short high-yield review sessions, and no new content unless it is a clear recurring weakness. Trying to learn everything in the final month increases anxiety massively and is going to worsen your performance. This is the time to trust the work that you've already done. Quick example. A student has 8 weeks left and tries to follow a 6-month study plan. They schedule full content review, add new resources, aim for really high daily volume. Within a week, they are exhausted and feel like they are failing. This issue is not effort, it is a misalignment. A good schedule supports learning. It doesn't punish you for being human. If your plan requires perfect days to succeed, it is not a good plan. The right schedule is the one that you can repeat even on your worst day, not your best. Boards aren't passed by intensity alone, they're passed with strategy and thoughtful execution. I'll see you on the next one.